Hello guys, Dusty here with a quick reply to a comment, and I figured that everybody should probably hear about this, and of course I would not be able to put all of this in a comment, so I just figured to reply to it with a video, and this comment was by a YouTube user by the name of Rashid Al-Khayal. I am very sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, however, I am very bad at pronouncing names. Anyway, he said in his comment, "You say when you pre-order you are creating new items. What about the Majoras Mask Limited Edition that was sold out in the pre-orders in about an hour? Do you think that Nintendo will make enough for the demand, and will we not see stupid scalpers selling them on Amazon for $300? Realistically, Nintendo is the one at fault here. Nintendo, I'm assuming GameStop, Target, and Best Buy are doing all that they can. However, their quantities that they were going to get were simply all pre-ordered. So that means GameStop, Best Buy, and Target are contacting Nintendo saying, hey, we need more of these to put on our shelves and to put more pre-orders available. So Nintendo, in essence, is dropping the ball by not being able to make the products fast enough. And the reason for this is because all of those pre-orders were fake ones by scalpers. They were scalpers buying all of the pre-orders to sell them on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, and so on and so forth. So realistically, Nintendo is the one that is dropping the ball by not making these products fast enough. Now, if this is what is happening, which I think this is what is happening, Nintendo will eventually get enough quantities of these games to start, first of all, opening up pre-orders again, and second of all, actually stocking these things on store shelves. I'm talking about Amiibos, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Limited Editions, and the Collector's Edition DSs. Now, what they could be doing, which I made a video about this a long time ago, this video basically talked about how Nintendo could possibly be creating this artificial demand to increase their profits. Now, in essence, this happened with, for certain, in the 1990s, early 1990s with Cabbage Patch Kids. What Coleco did when they made Cabbage Patch Kids was they limited the supply they would send to retailers so that they would create demand, because everybody in the schoolyard, in the playground, parents would be like, oh man, these things are rare, these things are really hard to come by, so we need to buy as many of them as soon as we can. That is basically creating demand, and this is a very, very bad business practice. In fact, this is one of the reasons why you don't hear much about Coleco today. So Nintendo was accused of doing this in the 1990s also, with mainly Super Mario Bros. 2 and Legend of Zelda 2. They were simply holding back games in where they were being produced from retailers to create demand for them, because if you were around back then, which I know I wasn't born back then, in 1990, when these games were hitting store shelves on Christmas, they were really difficult to find. People were lined up for hours of lines at the Nintendo World Store, and there were people at the Nintendo World Store not able to get them. So Nintendo was simply, I think they were creating demand because they had so many in their warehouses. They had so many of these games that they really should have had no reason other than if there was some kind of shipping fluke that they didn't mention. So that is what they could be doing right now. They could also, and I really hope this one is not true, they could possibly be making false demand to sell a lot of a product in the future. For instance, if they made a new variation of the Wii U, they would simply put limited pre-orders out there and have all these scalpers buy them out, but they'd have plenty on the shelves lined up that they weren't expecting to sell, and they're doing this in a big elaborate scheme to sell something that they didn't think they would be able to sell all of them that they produced, which would be terrible. But at least in that case, it would just completely break the scalping system. All these scalpers would be out of all of the money they've made, and instead just be standing with all of these Wii U's or Wii U collector's editions or new Nintendo console or whatever. So altogether, I really hope that's not what's happening, because that would be terrible for Nintendo to get caught doing, because they would have created all of this scalping problem single-handedly. It would all be Nintendo's fault, and they would lose all of the faith, the little faith that the consumers still have in them, because sad fact, they actually lost my faith as a consumer, and they lost my patronship after 10 years of buying Nintendo products in the matter of 2 months. So they have really done screwed up. So thank you guys for watching. Rashid Al-Khayal, I really hope I am pronouncing your name right somewhat, but I really hope this did answer your question. If any of you guys have questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will get around to answering them. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Take it easy.